A vast land begins to stir. Mist hangs low over the water, soft and white like cotton. It moves slowly, revealing the dark green of ancient trees. The air is cool and smells of wet earth and sweet flowers that open only in the morning light. A gentle wind whispers through tall grasses, carrying secrets from one side of the country to the other. This is a place of great size and mystery. From the edge of the great ocean to the dry plains of the north, the land holds many different faces, each with its own story to tell. Every sound, from the call of a distant bird to the rustle of a leaf, is part of a larger, older song. The sun is not yet visible, but its light begins to touch the highest clouds, painting them in soft shades of pink and orange. Below, the world is still in shadow, a landscape of deep blues and purples. Rivers flow like dark ribbons through the forests and fields, their surfaces still and reflective. They carry the silence of the night downstream, towards the bustling cities and the quiet villages that lie along their banks. This is a moment of pure quiet, a peaceful pause before the day truly begins its loud and colorful journey. The land waits, holding its breath, in anticipation of the life that will soon awaken and fill it with energy and movement. Here, nature's power is everywhere. You can feel it in the humidity of the air, a heavy blanket that promises both life and challenge. You can see it in the way vines climb relentlessly up the tallest trees, reaching for a small piece of the sun. Even in the cities, nature finds a way, with stubborn plants growing through cracks in the pavement. The land is alive, a living, breathing thing. It is a world of dramatic contrasts, where gentle streams can become raging torrents and quiet forests can hide the most powerful creatures. The story of this place is written in the earth itself, in the rocks and the soil. Slowly the first true sounds of the day begin. A lone bird sings a clear high note, and another answers from across a clearing. The hum of insects starts as a low vibration, growing steadily as the air warms. In the distance, a sound that is not from nature can be heard. A low rumble, perhaps a boat engine, or the first truck on a distant road. The human world is waking up, preparing to add its own complex rhythms to the great symphony of the land. This is a place where many worlds meet, where the ancient and the new live side by side, creating a unique and ever-changing tapestry of life. The sun's first light touches the surface of the Lagos Lagoon. Here, there is no solid ground. A city floats upon the dark water. Houses built of wood and tin stand on stilts, connected by a maze of watery streets. This is Makoko. The morning mist still clings to the air, making the homes look like ghosts in the pale light. The only sounds are the gentle lapping of water against the wooden poles and the soft dip of a paddle. A lone canoe glides through a narrow channel, its passenger a silent silhouette against the rising sun. The smell of wood smoke and cooking fish begins to drift from the windows. Life awakens slowly, then all at once. The quiet is broken by the sound of voices calling from one house to another. Children laugh as they prepare for school, their bright uniforms a splash of color against the brown and gray of the buildings. A woman in a long canoe, filled with fresh bread, begins her morning route, her voice a familiar song as she calls out her wares. The water, which is the foundation of this community, is also its highway. Everything moves by canoe, people going to work, goods being delivered to floating shops, even a group of men gathering for their morning chat. The rhythm of the day is dictated by the slow, steady movement of the boats. The air grows thick with the energy of 1,000 lives beginning their day. A carpenter's hammer echoes across the water, its sharp sound joining the chorus of radios playing different tunes from different homes. Fishermen are already returning, their nets heavy with the night's catch, the silver scales of the fish glittering in the sunlight. They expertly navigate the crowded channels, their boats rocking gently on the waves created by others passing by. In this floating world, balance is everything. The balance of the canoes on the water, the balance of the houses on their stilts, and the balance of a community living so closely together. From a distance, Makoko might look fragile, a temporary settlement at the mercy of the water. But up close, it is a place of incredible strength and ingenuity. Every board and every nail has a purpose. Every person has a role. The community functions like a single, complex organism, its parts moving in harmony. The water that surrounds and supports them is a constant presence, a source of life and livelihood. As the sun climbs higher, the mist burns away, revealing a city not just surviving, but thriving in its own unique way, a testament to human resilience on the shimmering surface of the lagoon. Away from the water, the city changes. The gentle lapping of waves is replaced by a roar. This is the sound of the city's heart, beating loudly in the streets of Balogan Market. Here, the world is a dizzying flood of color, sound, and movement. Thousands of people fill the narrow lanes, moving like a river between stalls piled high with goods. The air is thick with a mixture of smells, the sweet scent of ripe mangoes, the sharp spice of dried peppers, the earthy smell of fabrics, and the fumes of passing motorbikes. It is an assault on the senses, overwhelming and exhilarating all at once. The noise is a constant symphony of human activity. Shopkeepers shout to attract customers, their voices rising and falling in a rhythmic chant. Music blares from large speakers mixing with the honking of car horns and the persistent ringing of bicycle bells. Buyers and sellers engage in lively negotiations, their hands gesturing as they argue over prices. Every inch of space is used. Brightly colored fabrics hang from every available surface, creating a canopy of patterns overhead. Towers of plastic buckets, shoes, and household goods create canyons that guide the flow of the crowd. It is organized chaos, a system that seems to have no rules but works perfectly. Look closely, and you will see the small details of life within the great crowd. A tailor sits at his sewing machine on the edge of the street, his foot pumping the pedal rhythmically as he mends a shirt. A woman expertly balances a large tray of snacks on her head, navigating the dense crowd without spilling a single thing. Children dart through the legs of adults, their faces full of mischief and excitement. In the middle of all this noise and motion, there are moments of quiet connection. Two friends stop to share a joke, their laughter briefly cutting through the market's roar. An old man sits peacefully on a stool, watching the river of people flow by. As the sun beats down, the energy of the market only seems to increase. The heat radiates from the pavement, but no one seems to slow down. The pulse of the market is relentless, a powerful force that pulls you in. It is a place where you can find anything you could ever need, and many things you never knew you wanted. It is a microcosm of the city itself, vibrant, crowded, and full of life. To stand in the middle of Balogan Market is to feel the raw, unfiltered energy of millions of people living and working together, creating a spectacle of commerce and human connection that is truly unforgettable. The city transforms again. The noise of the market fades, replaced by a different kind of hum. Here the streets are wide and lined with trees. The air feels cooler, cleaner. This is Victoria Island, a world away from the crowded lanes of the mainland. Gleaming towers of glass and steel rise into the sky, reflecting the clouds and the sun. Their sharp modern lines stand in stark contrast to the organic chaos of the market. The soundscape is one of quiet efficiency, the smooth whoosh of expensive cars, the soft chime of an elevator in a corporate lobby, the distant muffled sound of the ocean. Life here moves at a different pace. People walk with purpose, but without the frantic rush of the market. They are dressed in sharp suits and elegant dresses, their faces set with the quiet confidence of wealth. They disappear into air-conditioned buildings, a world of cool marble floors and hushed conversations. The streets are clean, almost sterile. There are no street vendors shouting their wares, no piles of goods overflowing onto the pavement. Instead, there are manicured lawns, carefully tended flower beds, and security guards standing watch at the gates of exclusive properties. It is a world that is carefully curated and controlled. Behind high walls and tinted windows lies a hidden world of luxury. Private clubs offer escapes from the city's heat, with sparkling swimming pools and shaded terraces. High-end restaurants serve food from all over the world, their interiors designed to be oases of calm and sophistication. The homes are not just houses, they are fortresses of privacy. surrounded by lush gardens and imposing gates. This is a life lived behind barriers, a world designed to keep the noise and chaos of the city at bay. The contrast with the floating slums of Makoko, just a few miles across the water, is staggering. Yet, even in this enclave of wealth, the spirit of the city cannot be entirely contained. The same salty air from the Atlantic Ocean blows through these clean streets. The same powerful sun beats down on the glass towers. From the top floor of a skyscraper, you can see the entire sprawling city laid out below you. The markets, the slums, the endless traffic. You can see the canoes moving like tiny water insects on the lagoon. From this height, the different parts of the city seem to blend together, a single vast and complex organism. Victoria Island may be a world apart, but it is still undeniably a part of the same vibrant, contradictory whole. So, we leave the city behind. The hum of traffic fades, and, a new sound begins to grow. It is the sound of the rainforest. The air becomes heavy and damp, thick with the scent of decaying leaves and fragrant blossoms. Giant trees form a dense canopy high above, blocking out most of the direct sunlight. The forest floor is a world of deep green shadows, broken by shafts of light that pierce the canopy like spotlights. Every surface is covered in life. Moss grows thick on the bark of trees, and ferns sprout from the crotches of branches. The sheer volume of green is almost overwhelming. The journey into this green world is slow. A narrow path, barely visible, winds its way between the massive trunks of ancient trees. The ground is soft and spongy underfoot, a thick carpet of fallen leaves. The air is alive with the constant buzz of insects and the calls of unseen birds. A flash of brilliant blue and yellow reveals a butterfly as it flits through a patch of sunlight. A troop of monkeys crashes through the treetops high above, their chattering calls echoing through the forest. They move with incredible speed and agility, their dark shapes disappearing as quickly as they appeared. The forest is a place of secrets. It hides its inhabitants well. You must be patient and quiet to see them. A slight rustle in the undergrowth might be a duiker, a small antelope frozen in place, hoping to remain unseen. The strange, hollow call that echoes through the trees could be a hornbill, its massive beak hidden among the leaves. The forest demands that you slow down, that you use all of your senses. You begin to notice the small things, the intricate pattern of a spider's web, the vibrant color of a tiny frog, the delicate structure of a fungus growing on a fallen log. Water is the lifeblood of the forest. It drips constantly from the leaves overhead, a gentle, persistent rain even when the sky is clear. Small streams, their water stained brown by tannins from the leaves, trickle through the forest floor, carving their way around roots and rocks. These streams are home to their own hidden world of fish and amphibians. The constant presence of water makes the air feel heavy and alive. The rainforest is a self-contained world, a complex and delicate system where every living thing, from the tallest tree to the smallest insect, is connected. Deeper we go. The trees are older here, their trunks wider than a person can reach around. Great buttress roots spread out from their bases like a fortress wall, anchoring them firmly in the soft earth. Some of these trees are hundreds of years old. They have stood silent, watch over this forest for generations, their bark a rugged map of time, covered in lichens and mosses. To stand beneath them is to feel a sense of awe. They create a cathedral of green, their highest branches forming a vaulted ceiling that seems to touch the sky. The silence here is different, deeper, filled with the weight of centuries. The forest floor is a world of its own. It is a place of birth and decay, a continuous cycle of life. Fallen logs, covered in a soft blanket of moss, are slowly broken down by fungi and insects, returning their nutrients to the soil. New life springs from this decay. Tiny seedlings, their leaves a bright, fresh green, push their way up through the leaf litter, beginning their long, slow journey towards the light. The air smells rich and loamy, the scent of creation itself. It is a place that feels ancient and timeless, a living museum of natural history. Hidden within this green labyrinth are signs of larger, more elusive creatures. A set of large, round tracks in the soft mud by a stream. These belong to a forest elephant, a shy and rarely seen giant. It moves through the dense undergrowth with surprising silence, its presence known only by the clues it leaves behind. A patch of flattened vegetation shows where it might have rested. A broken branch high on a tree indicates where it reached for a meal. The forest is full of these subtle signs, a secret language for those who know how to read it. The possibility of an encounter hangs in the humid air, adding a layer of suspense to the journey. As dusk begins to fall, the sounds of the forest change. The birds that were active during the day fall silent, and a new chorus begins. The high-pitched calls of tree frogs start up, a rhythmic and hypnotic sound. The chirping of crickets and the strange clicks and whistles of nocturnal insects fill the air. The forest transforms into a different world, one governed by sound and scent rather than sight. The shadows lengthen and merge, and the familiar shapes of the day become mysterious and unknown. The ancient forest holds its breath, waiting for the creatures of the night to begin their hunt. The landscape opens up. The dense canopy of the rainforest gives way to a wide, open sky. We have moved from the green heart of the country to the sun-drenched savanna of the north. Here, the land is a vast expanse of golden grasses, dotted with acacia trees whose flat tops create iconic silhouettes against the horizon. The air is drier, hotter. The sun is a powerful, constant presence. Instead of the enclosed vertical world of the forest, this is a world of immense space and long, distant views. The land stretches out in all directions, rolling gently towards a hazy, blue horizon. This is a land of herds. A family of elephants moves slowly across the plain, the matriarch leading the way. They stop at a waterhole, their great bodies dark against the pale earth. They drink deeply, spraying themselves with water and dust to escape the heat. Their movements are slow and deliberate, full of a quiet dignity. Not far away, a herd of waterbuck grazes peacefully, their white-ringed necks a distinctive marker. They are ever watchful, their ears constantly twitching, alert for any sign of danger. The savanna is a stage, and these animals are the actors in a timeless drama of survival. The Gaji River winds its way through the park, a ribbon of life in this dry landscape. Its banks are green and lush, a stark contrast to the surrounding plains. Here, the animals gather. Hippos, their bodies mostly submerged, snort and yawn in the deeper pools, only their eyes and nostrils visible above the surface. Crocodiles lie motionless on the sandy banks, looking like ancient logs, their powerful jaws hiding a deadly secret. Troops of baboons come down to the water's edge to drink, their social interactions a noisy and chaotic spectacle. The river is the center of life, a magnet for all creatures, great and small. As the day ends, the savanna puts on its most spectacular show. The sun, a giant ball of fire, sinks towards the horizon, painting the sky in breathtaking shades of orange, red, and purple. The acacia trees become stark black shapes against the brilliant colors. The air cools, and the sounds of the day give way to the sounds of the night. The deep guttural roar of a lion echoes across the plain, a powerful declaration of its territory. It is a sound that sends a shiver down your spine, a reminder that in this beautiful open landscape, the ancient cycle of hunter and hunted continues under the vast, star-filled African sky. We return to the world of humans, but to a place far removed from the market's roar. This is Maitama, a district in the nation's capital. The sense of order is immediate and profound. The roads are wide, smooth, and empty, curving gracefully through hills dotted with enormous houses. There are no crowds, no honking horns, no chaos. The only sounds are the chirping of birds in meticulously landscaped gardens and the distant hum of a lawnmower. High walls, topped with security wire, surround every property, hiding the homes from view. What is visible is a world of perfect lawns, exotic flowers, and imposing, silent gates. This is a sanctuary of the powerful. The architecture is a statement of wealth and influence. Huge mansions, designed in a variety of international styles, sit on vast plots of land. Every detail, from the imported marble on the facades to the custom-made iron gates, speaks of immense resources. The streets are patrolled by private security, their vehicles gliding silently past the fortified homes. It is a world designed for ultimate privacy and security, a golden cage where the distractions and difficulties of the outside world are kept at a safe distance. The silence is not peaceful, it is watchful and heavy. Life inside these walls is a world unto itself. Behind the gates lie private swimming pools that sparkle under the sun, tennis courts, and gardens that rival public parks. The interiors are filled with expensive art, designer furniture, and the latest technology. A staff of servants, cooks, cleaners, gardeners, drivers, moves quietly in the background, ensuring that everything runs smoothly. It is a life of effortless comfort, insulated from the everyday struggles of the country. The contrast between this curated perfection and the vibrant, messy reality just beyond the walls is almost surreal. Yet, this secluded paradise is not entirely cut off. The same hot sun that beats down on the savannah bakes the stone walls of these mansions. The same harmattan winds from the north coat the expensive cars with a fine layer of dust. From the upper floors of these homes one can see the hills that surround the city, a reminder of the wild, untamed land that lies just beyond the manicured suburbs. This enclave of extreme wealth, with its quiet streets and high walls, is another facet of this nation of contrasts, a silent, powerful testament to the vast gap between the different worlds that exist within a single country. From the misty lagoons of Lagos to the sun-scorched plains of Yankari, we have journeyed through a land of astonishing diversity. We have seen a city that floats on water, a market that throbs with 1,000,000 heartbeats, and towers of glass that touch the clouds. We have felt the deep, ancient silence of the rainforest and listened to the roar of a lion under a vast savanna sky. This is not one single place, but many worlds living side by side, each with its own rhythm, its own colors, and its own secrets. The contrasts are sharp, at times jarring, but it is in these contrasts that the country's true character is found. The journey reveals a story of incredible resilience and adaptation. It is seen in the people of Makoko, who have built a thriving community on water, and in the vendors of Balogan Market, who create order out of chaos every single day. It is seen in the forest elephant, which moves like a ghost through the dense jungle, and in the acacia tree, which stands tall and proud in the dry, unforgiving heat of the savannah. Life here is not always easy, but it is always vibrant, persistent, and full of an undeniable energy that pushes forward against all odds. This is a land that holds its breath with suspense. What creature lies hidden in the forest undergrowth? What negotiations are happening in the noisy market? What decisions are being made behind the high walls of the capital? Every corner holds a potential discovery, a new story waiting to be told. The awe comes from the sheer scale of it all, the scale of the landscapes, the scale of the cities, the scale of the wealth, and the scale of the poverty. It is a place that can make you feel very small, a humble observer in a grand and complex drama. To truly see this land is to embrace its complexity. It is to understand that the floating slum and the gleaming skyscraper are two parts of the same story. The quiet of the ancient forest and the noise of the city streets are two notes in the same song. It is a country that defies easy description, a place that is constantly moving, changing, and reinventing itself. The journey through its many worlds leaves you with more questions than answers, and a profound sense of wonder at the incredible tapestry of life, both human and wild, that unfolds across its vast and beautiful landscapes.